Hi foodies, let's make some delicious stove-top cinnamon rolls. These are so easy and delicious. The first thing you want to make is the spread, okay? So we have butter, brown sugar, salt, and cinnamon. Just mix all of that together. I'm using unsalted butter. That way you can control the saltiness, okay? Just mix it together until it is smooth like this. And then of course we need to make our frosting, okay? In the bowl here, I have some butter and cream cheese. They were creamed together. Unfortunately, I lost that footage. I apologize, guys. So in the bowl, there is softened cream cheese, softened butter. I creamed it together. Then I added the icing sugar. You want to make sure the icing sugar is sifted because you don't want to get some lumps in there, okay? So this is for our delicious glaze. There's many ways you can make a glaze for cinnamon roll, right? But I wanted some cream cheese in there. And then I just added a sprinkle of salt. That is it. Once it is smooth, you are good to go. If you want it to be a little more liquidy, you can always add some milk. It's really up to you, okay? Now for the easy part, we are going to be using white crustless bread, okay? I found this in the grocery store, and if you can't find it in yours, you could buy a whole loaf of bread, unsliced of course, and then just cut it sideways, okay? So you would get about 4 of these from a loaf of bread, okay? Or maybe 5, depending on how big the loaf is, all right? But this is very convenient. I bought the crustless bread, and I'm just gonna roll it out, make it a little flatter, and then we will add the cinnamon spread. I wouldn't recommend using slices of bread for this because your roll would be too small, okay? You want to make sure you use a whole loaf of bread and just cut it across to get different pieces like this, okay? Or you can just hunt down that crustless bread, all right? Next step is to roll it up the same way you would roll up any cinnamon roll. So we'll start from the short end and roll it tightly, but try not to squeeze it too much. So you're trying to do it, tight, but not squeezing out that spread. Once you've done about 4 or 5 of these, that's what you're going to get. And then you're going to just wrap it in some plastic wrap. Make sure you do that firmly. Okay, wrap it tight so everything can stay together. Twist the ends if you want to. That helps to keep it together. And then just put this in the fridge, okay? Now the next step is we're going to be making, kind of a custard the same way we do for a French toast. So I have beaten eggs. Then I'll add milk, nutmeg, that's freshly grated nutmeg, and some vanilla. You need no sugar. You don't need any cinnamon, okay? Because we already have that sweet spread in the bread, and we have enough cinnamon, okay? Now we need to take these out of the fridge, and because they were wrapped and in the fridge, they are nice and firm, held together really good. So we're going to be slicing these. You could slice it into 6 or 8 pieces, depending on how thin you want it, but I wouldn't go more than that, 6 to 8. Now to cook, you don't need your oven, you just need some oil and butter, or you can use just butter on a griddle, and then you're going to dip the same way you would for French toast. I wouldn't soak it for more than 2 minutes though, because it can disintegrate if you soak it for long. So don't go over 2 minutes in that custard, and then cook them on all sides, or the two major sides if you want. At this point, you're doing it the same way you would do your French toast. You want some color, but you don't want it to burn. So be gentle, using low to medium heat throughout the cooking. I'm just going to open this up to show you guys. Look at that. It's so simple. It is moist, but it's not soggy. And you can pull it apart the same way you would do with a regular cinnamon roll. If you're concerned about the egg not being cooked, you can always put a lid on the pan and, allow some steam in there. But you are good to go once all of your rolls are golden brown. And you can put some of that leftover cinnamon sugar on top while it's hot. Okay, make sure these are still hot. And just, put some of that on there. And then you're going to add your cream cheese frosting or glaze all over while they're still warm. I gave this to my 6-year-old, and he thought it was actually from Cinnabon in the mall. It tastes so amazing. Really, really delicious, really soft, and the flavor is there. This could easily be a part of breakfast. It could be dessert. It could be a snack. It's really up to you guys. But I really want you to try this recipe because it was so simple and delicious. Let me know how your family likes it if you do try this recipe. You don't need the oven. You don't need to buy any dough. You don't need to do any proofing. You don't need to get any yeast and all of that. It's so simple but scrumptious. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.